And now I would like to welcome Mr. Modest Mero to the podium. Mr. Mero is currently a Minister Plenipotentiary at the Permanent Mission of the United Republic of Tanzania to the UN. He is an expert in the UN's Second Committee covering economic and financial matters. He has been a coordinator of several groups, including the G77 and China resolutions on international trade and development, and of the African group in the UN's Second Committee.
Thank you. Happy New Year to all. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I wish to thank IBREA for inviting me, as always, in this very important event. And I came to learn about IBREA in 2008 when we first saw a well-attended conference discussing brain and the brain education at the United Nations headquarters. Since then, and after listening to Mr. Ilchili's discussions and presentations from this father of brain education, I have been highly inspired. I recall when I met Mr. Ilchili for the first time, he asked me, "Do you bring your brain with you?" I was bemused and I could not figure out how to answer that question because it was so difficult for me. And later on, through participation in the program IBREA, I realized that the most important part of our body is the brain that guides us in every aspect. And that it must be put in use at all times. Like this morning, we all put it on because there's a lot of snow out, but we decided to come here, we use our brain, we say, no, this is a good thing to do, and we should go there. That's why we're here. Distinguished participants, let me tell you, this is a very special day for IBREA in celebrating the potential of human brain. Without Mr. Ilchili and our support, the understanding of this potential could still be locked in the laboratory of few individuals who are scientific or psychologically knowledgeable. It is through Mr. Ilchili, KIPS, and IBREA, the world is now benefiting from application of different tools to increase brain potentials. Since IBREA started, we have learned that our children and we could activate the brains through well-researched exercises developed at Korean Institute of Brain Education, KIPS. Most participants worldwide have found the exercise valuable for their families and themselves. The literature provided by IBREA have also demonstrated and contributed to more understanding. Most of us have noticed that the whole brain is useful, and through exercise we have awakened a slow part of the brain, including strengthening of the day-to-day mental activity. Imagine if you woke up in the morning, you have no exercise at all, and then you are going to your place of work. You are going like this. But if you have done some exercise of any nature, including those being taught by IBREA and the kids, you could be walking tall, like this. So it's something very important. Distinguished participants, colleagues, the success of KIPS and IBREA is unlimited and cannot be accounted in simplistic and traditional way. We have witnessed KIPS being registered at the UN, opening branches in the United States, in a number of countries, at the same time getting support in countries of operation. Providing brain education to children and broad spectrum of society, wherever they are, is a noble idea and should be receiving continued support. Distinguished participants, let me briefly account for IBREA supersonic development. First, IBREA was registered in 2007 in USA. In 2008, in January, brain education seminar at UN DPI NGO section at United Nations. June 20, 4th International Brain Education Conference, United Nations, New York. Then we had more than 500 participants. In August 12, 2008, 4th International Brain HSP Olympiad, United Nations. In 2009, January 8, the role of brain education in global mental health, United Nations. At the same time, IBREA Brain Education Day, New York City, was proclaimed by His Worship Mayor, Michael Bloomberg, Mayor of New York City. And January 8, the role of brain education in global mental health, United Nations, New York. March, published Brain World Magazine for the first time. And March 19, Brain Education for Human Development, United Nations. And May 28, Brain Education for Children at the United Nations. July 6, Promoting Mental Health in the Context of Global Public Health. And a side event at 2009 in ECOSOC in Geneva. At the first time, this event has taken place in Geneva outside New York. And then August 12, 5th International Brain HPS Olympiad, United Nations, New York. And August 15th, Brain Art Festival, Radio City Music Hall, where all of us we had fun. To conclude, I wish to finally congratulate the effort of the entire IBRIA and KIPS, and wishing all stakeholders, particularly children, and all of us here, a continued success to great heights. I thank you for your kind attention.